And to your headliner for the evening, Mr. Jordan!
Oh my gosh, guys, welcome! Thank you for coming to the first Steel String Comedy Showcase. Thank you for coming out. You are all incredible. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you for staying to the end of what is the first of what I hope is many comedy showcases. I heard the headliner sucks. It's okay. The rest of the comedians were great. Give them a round of applause. Give Greg a round of applause. Greg, I'm going to tell you this. We are not going to become better friends. This is the last show I do this year. I am disappearing into my house. I'm very nervous and very anxious. Now guys, a little bit of housekeeping here. Greg didn't want me to tell you this. He was going to mention it after my set. But Greg wants you to know that everyone who sticks around to the end of the show will personally get $1,000 from his bank account. Follow him to his car after the show. He's good for it. Oh, all right, let's see. That was enough yelling. Did I say that you guys are great? All right, that's enough. Let's start. Guys, if you don't know me, my name is Jordan Hale, and I'm the bad boy of the tribal comedy scene. Because people are always saying, hey man, looks like you're really struggling up there. You look really scared. Shouldn't that joke have a punchline? And I always say, hey, comedy is tough. Writing jokes is tough. Telling them, even tougher. The hardest part, honestly, transitions. What's not tough is jokes should have names. That's how they become famous. I think all jokes should have names. The name of this joke is, I got my dick stuck in my zipper, and the attendant came in and tried to get it out, and she couldn't get it out, and they had to call the paramedics, and I went to the hospital. That's the name of the joke. Here's the setup. What's the worst thing that's ever happened to you in a Macy's? Alright, that's enough of that. Just kidding. A couple more facts about me. I'm a hustler. One of my side hustles right now is I take books from free libraries, sell them on Facebook Marketplace. No free rides in Bezos' America, kids. I'm also selling some t-shirts out of the trunk of my car. It says, I'm not the stepdad, I'm the dad that took you to see Step Up 2, The Streets. Bit of a thinker. Remember that movie? They danced, probably. Another fact about me, I don't vote. I don't vote. I know that loses some people. I'm going to tell you this, 2 reasons I don't vote. 1, both parties are controlled by the same oligarchic puppets that run America. 2, convicted felon. If partying too hard is a crime, then lock me up! And if identity theft is a crime, call me Greg Kyle. Guys, I want to be clear, the rest of the night is a joke. That's very obviously a joke. The rest of the night is real. I love voting. It's a very easy way to influence your community. In the last election, I voted 6 times. They don't fucking check, you know, they're not taking away my rights. Just keep voting. Go from county to county, it's great. I'm in therapy. Same reason a lot of people are, court mandated. I had a bet with my significant other where she's like, don't be crazy for 7 days, and I made it to 3 days, and now I'm back in therapy. First day of therapy, my therapist asked me the question, Jordan, how do you unwind? How do you relax? What's your zen time? I said, same thing as you, Doc. Me, 17 PBR tall boys, a knife, I'm chasing my Roomba around the house to teach it fear. And then she said you have to come back every day. Seems excessive. Guys, I want to be clear, that one is also a joke. I don't have a Roomba, I have a shark. It's just as good. It's still afraid of knives. You can still chase it around. Therapy's great. Get into therapy if you can. When I was talking to the therapist right before what I'm using right now, I was describing some of my problems, and she was like, I was like, so can you help me? Can you give me some advice on that? And she was like, well, I can't help you, but here's the number of someone that can help you. And I was like, oh, is that a colleague of yours? And she said, just call the number. That's a trap, right? right? Like I'm going to jail or like some sort of mental prison. I never called the number. I'm not in therapy. I lie a lot. Let's see, what else? After therapy, oh, this is cool. I bought a house. That's true. Thank you, supporting black home ownership. I really like my house. It's in Durham. It's in, thank you. Oh, yes, you love it. We love Durham. Oh, was it the white woman behind me? Fine. I lost interest. I live in a very liberal part of Durham, as you probably gathered because I'm dressed like a dad in a Cheerios commercial. You know.
I love Cheerios.
I know, same. I love Cheerios. I love my non-binary child. It goes back and forth, which one I love more. I live in a very liberal part of Durham, and I prefer it to the alternative, I guess, of like a conservative part of Durham. That seems scary. But the liberals in my neighborhood are getting pretty bold. For this next show, we need some buy-in. Are you guys still down with Black Lives Matter? Okay. Victoria, shut the fuck up. If you guys had booed, I'd have to like throw down a smoke grenade and escape into the night. I have one of those lives. But in my neighborhood, they got like a lot of the Black Lives Matter signs. You know, like the ones like, you know, Black Lives Matter, immigrants are great, science is real, give women the right to vote. I don't remember the whole sign, but it's all things that are great, I agree with. But it emboldens the libs in my neighborhood. I was walking through my neighborhood and this guy was on his porch and he pointed to his sign and he pointed to me and he went. I was like, yeah man, you get it, that's me, I'm on the sign, that's cool, that's cool. But I prefer it to the alternative. In my neighborhood, there's like the Mirrorverse sign. There's one guy that has the Conservative Lives Matter sign, and it fucking sucks. Everybody hates that guy. It says like a bunch of like mean shit, like there's only 2 genders, or like give babies guns, you know, like take the vote from women. Just mean-spirited shit that no one's talking about. But it does have 3 on there that I love together, and it says, "The police protect us. Freedom is never free. Violence is not the answer." And if you think about it, there's a slight contradiction in those 3 thoughts. Now guys, I don't want to get political, but if you don't know what the police or military are, Google it after the show. You're going to learn how they solve their problems, often through violence. And I like that sign because it's like if I had a sign in my yard that said, "I love spaghetti. The Sopranos is my favorite show ever. Italian people are not real." Any Italians in the audience? Nice try, spicy Dutch. Don't nod at me, you whaler. Trying to make up some slurs for Dutch people. Did that work? Did that work? Does that sound good? Try it. Try it at home. Let's get racist, guys. No, I'm just kidding. What's next? All right, moving to the Q&A section of the house. Who here works in retail? Does anyone here work in retail? All right, I don't know that. Yes, thank you for indulging me. You know how a comedy show works. You're supposed to lie. Thank you. Sir, you work in retail. Can I ask you a question? How do they determine which mannequins get nipples? Because it's not everyone, but the ones that are iced up. It's like, here's what the sweater would look like in an ice locker. It's crazy, it's crazy. I support it. Like, listen, I get it. Sex sells. But buddy, I'm already rock hard in this Target. Because of the savings. Yeah, Dixon Target. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, okay, more questions. Do y'all fuck with Chick-fil-A? Correct answer. Fuck you if you said you fuck with Chick-fil-A. Homophobes, and not even that good chicken. It's Popeyes, and you don't have to hate a gay person to eat it. It's great.
I like both.
All right, we'll deal with that later. Talk to me after the show. We'll get to the bottom of this. I don't fuck with Chick-fil-A, but I do fuck with their advertising. It's a dystopian world where cows have gained sentience, but we keep eating them. All the billboards are like, eat more chicken, Please. I have a wife and a family at home. In this world, it's unclear if chickens have also gained sentience. They may have. It's a shaky alliance. I love it because it's fucked up, but I also love it because I know, like 30 years ago when they pitched this, some coked out executive walked into the boardroom and was like, I have the idea that's going to save Chick-fil-A. I've been reading this great book and this is how we're going to sell our chicken. And some other executive was like, oh, what book did you read? He was like, it's called Animal Farm. It's an Animal Farm joke. It's like a book, George Orwell, I think, 1984. It's happening every day, people. Read. God damn. Anybody here hopelessly addicted to pornography? Huh? Yeah, that's right. Christ can save you. I'm not. But be easy if you are. No, you shouldn't make fun. Everybody has their struggles. But I did see a TikTok recently where some guy said that he was in a war with his pornography addiction. He was battling it every day. And I like that terminology because you can lose a war. You know, like another soldier slain in the Battle of Brazzers. Gunned down on the field of big booty Latinas. I really like that. If anybody's curious, I have happily surrendered in the war on pornography. I like pickup lines. That falls from the pornography joke. I like pickup lines. They never work, but I like telling them. When I was single, I'm engaged. Off the market, fellas. Back when I was single, I tried them every time. They never worked. Back when I was in, we actually did this already. Who here is going to UNC? Yeah. All right, settle down. So did I. And look at me now. You know, all rivers lead back to here. Don't study too hard. Back when I was at UNC, I went to this party and I saw this girl I knew from math class, and I was like, oh, I'll hit her with a math-based pickup line, and then she'll fall in love with me, and we'll have 2 kids. I was very idealistic. So I walked up to her real cool-like, and I was like, hey, girl, let's make like perpendicular lines. We'll meet once and then never again. Sir? Wet. Yeah. Soaking. Throw that chair out. It didn't work on her. This may shock you, it didn't work on her. She laughed at me. She threw a drink in my face. She'll make it lost. I was like, man, sorry. I misspoke. Let's make like parallel lines. We'll never meet, but I'll always be near you. And then I left the party. I'm going to tell you the best pickup line I've ever heard because I had the mic and that's usually how comedy works. I get to say whatever I want. I was at this bar, this very drunk woman turned back from the bar, to no one in particular, she kind of yelled. She was like, I fight like I fuck. Constantly and only with men. That's sexy for 3 reasons. It's short, it's sweet, it's a little bit scary. I've modified this pickup line for my own purposes, guys. I fight like I book. I've never been in one, but I've been training since I was 13 years old. It's gonna happen any day now, guys. I'll send you the Evite. Let's see. Let's do a hard shift. Who here's a world traveler? Anyone travel? Tom, I know you travel. You came here in a suit. Come on. Fucking weirdos, you don't travel. He's like, you guys remember how great it was to be alive before anybody here was alive? Y'all be easy living in perpetual darkness. My life was great. Great set, he killed it. I traveled once, a while back. I went to Thailand, which was really cool. I really enjoyed Thailand. Now, I went for non-sex pervert reasons. But if you are a sex pervert, James, listen up. You can really clean up over there. Every 10 steps, somebody will hand you a laminated postcard of sex acts you can watch if you follow them into an alley. First thing on the card, kind of boring, pussy ping pong. We all know this. Woman puts ping pong ball in her God's goodness, shoots it across the room. We all had a 15th birthday party. Boring. The second one, pussy pop balloon. Again, boring, trite. More force, dart, we get it. And the third one threw me. Pussy write letter. I had a lot of questions. Is it a single letter or is it like a dictated letter? Is she using calligraphy? Is there a stamp? Is she a notary? Guys, it doesn't matter. The long and short of it is, I have a new secretary. The bot dollar exchange rate is incredible. Thailand was cool. I really enjoyed it. At one point I was walking through a marketplace and this guy was trying to get my attention and you ignore him because that's how you're supposed to do it. He was doing everything to get my attention. And eventually he goes, Barack Obama! Barack Obama! And I turned around and I was like, sir, thank you. That is the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. I bought everything he had. I get why he thought I was Barack Obama. I was very tired, and I was surrounded by white people that did not respect me in any way. But it was kind of shocking because I didn't used to have such long hair. I had like a little mustache. I used to be very ethnically ambiguous. I've got a lot of things. I've gotten Colombian. I got Puerto Rican. One time I was Singaporean. It was a crazy day. And that's fine. For a while, I was the comedian's Quarenta under Quarenta to watch in the Triangle. That's 40 under 40. But sometimes it led to tragedy. One time I was at a party, and this white girl, not realizing I was there, said the N-word. Now, I don't remember what this woman said, but if I had to guess, it was probably something like, nigga, I love hot yoga. Or something like, nigga, I love Lena Dunham. Nigga, wage gap. I don't know. You know how it is. If it was a white man, it would have been, nigga, I love Rick and Morty. And he would have said it like 10 more times. White men are the worst. Just kidding. Some of you are okay. And that's obviously terrible. White people should never, ever say it. If that's the only thing you take away from the set, don't ever say it. Don't ever say it. But you're drunk, and you ignore it. I'm drunk, I don't want to cause a scene. There's too many of them, I'm outnumbered. But somebody went over to her and said, hey, that's not cool. That Dominican guy over there is really mad. You should apologize. And not only did she apologize, she wrote me a letter. That's not a joke. I have that letter at my house. She was very embarrassed. But I know what you're thinking. Was it a single letter? Did she use a stamp? Was it calligraphy? Did she go to Thailand? Alright, I got 3 minutes. Do you guys want to hear a joke about a racist workplace or a bat mitzvah? They're both great. Workplace? Workplace? I think I can do both. I can do both. Alright. I'm gonna do it fast. Alright, get ready. Okay, so I used to work at this company, which is where both jokes take place. And I had a coworker who was a fucking terrible judge of character. And his daughter was turning 13, and in the Jewish faith, that's when you have a big party, you become a woman, it's fantastic. And because he is a fool, was like, hey, I know you do comedy. You want to tell jokes at my daughter's coming of age ritual? Without hesitation, without discussing the money, I was like, abso-fucking-lutely. So rarely do you get the chance to ruin comedy for that many children simultaneously. So I agreed. And guys, I'm a consummate professional. I wasn't using like the fucking pussy jokes there. I was writing a set specifically for her, but guys, this may shock you. I don't know a lot about 13-year-old girls. Which is good. You should know nothing about 13-year-old girls unless you were one or unless you have one. You can't Google what do 13-year-old girls like, because the only worst Google search is how do I build a bomb. So another coworker, very naive, was like, well, Jordan, why don't you just message her on Facebook? Find out her likes and interests. And I'm like, yeah, let me message a preteen girl and talk about her hobbies away from her father? Hey, I work with your dad. What are you into? So guys, obviously I managed to write the set. I did the thing. Do you guys want to know the first joke for the set? Alright, you gotta clap me in though, like it was about Miss Alright guys, let's get to this. Have you accepted Jesus Christ into your heart today? There's like 13 more tags now. I gotta finish this. Alright, same job, racist workplace. This, not a lot of black people in my job, we'll get to that. We used to have this old white woman that worked there. She still works there, but we also used to have her there. That's how time works. We used to have this older white woman that talks like Paula Deen. You know how she talks, like, biscuits, gravy. Imagine that voice for this joke. Sorry we made eye contact there. Sorry. So anyways, every Monday we would have a meetup where the company would discuss the entire things we were going to do for the entire week. Everybody fucking hated those meetings. They were horrible. And she always wanted people to move to the front. And everybody always stand in the back. And she's like, move up, y'all. And we're like, we're going to stand back here. And she's like, move up, y'all. And we're like, settle down. And she's like, move up, y'all. And we're like, Paula, settle down. And then she said, unprompted, why y'all standing in the back? It's not like this is a lynching. Every white butthole went airtight. And I looked at the other black employee and I was like, Mondays, am I right? Guys, I'm gonna unpack why that's fucked up, but I really gotta tell you, it was me, Dwayne, and Black Tim. And we called him that because there were 3 Tims. There was a white Tim, an Asian Tim, and a black Tim. And you'll never guess who we just called Tim. But here's why it's fucked up. 1, she said it in like 2018. You should never talk about lynchings. Again, Google it after the show, they fucking suck. 2, she said it real fast, like it was like a catchphrase in her family. That's weird, right? It like rolled right off the tongue. Clearly not the first time she said it. 3, why did she know the seating arrangement of a lynching? Right? I always thought it was like first come, first serve, and she's like, no, you want the kids in the front so they can see. Is that what you learn at Cotillion? All right, guys, that's my time. My name is Jordan.